It's like a perfect welcome having to cough. Oh, ooh. My gosh. Hello, hello. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. So, Mike, I am starting to do Facebook Lives at 9:30, and it's quarter to 12 today because we went horseback riding, and it really got me thinking a lot about the first time I really ever had an interaction with a horse. And so I'm going to tell it's an interesting story. So, but it got me thinking and I'm like, oh, actually I was questioning, is that something like I want to share? But I thought I would because I think there's lessons in everything. If you know me, you know that is my definitely my motto. So, gosh, 10 years ago almost, when I was going through um, my divorce, and it was really rocky, and I was in therapy, and the woman I was seeing at the time, I just love her, and she had a friend who worked with horses, like for like therapy with horses. It was very interesting. So we organized a day where we could come with our children and do some fun exercises and see what the horses would teach us. I was very skeptical. I'm like, really? Oh, really? What are the horses going to teach? But oh gosh, that made it worse, didn't it? Okay, so we're just going to pretend my hair is cool. Nope. Okay, there it's fixed. I can't see it. I can't see it. Okay, so we went to a big barn, and all of the horses were there. And our very first, I'll say, lesson, our very first, the task that we did was we were all given all of these random pieces, like a pylon and a glove and tons of these just random things from around the barn. And we had to go from point A to point B using these pieces, and we couldn't touch the floor. So we had to have our feet, and if we touched the floor, then we were out. That sort of thing. And so we were going, and my middle daughter was super young at the time. I think she was about four or five, and she got stuck, and she's like, "Mom, help me, help me." And so I grabbed her and I put her on my back, and then I was trying to cross through. And a lot of people had either got out because they had touched the floor, or they had already made it across. And I had her, and I had like a pylon on my foot and a glove on and all of these random things to get across the finish line. And I didn't even realize it at the time. It was feedback I received after, but other people were like, "Let me help you." And I'm like, "No, I've got it." And they're like, "Here, do you want to borrow one of my things?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I can do this." Sweating. I think by the end I was crawling on my hands and my knees to get to cross this line, this line in this game. And it was interesting because my therapist had said to me, "Did you realize that all the people standing here were yelling at you, 'Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you?' And you denied everybody. You wouldn't let anybody help you." And it was really interesting because truly I was struggling. I was carrying a kid. I was on my hands and knees and I was crawling. And I refused to let anybody help me. And that was that was like the lesson. Whew. That was the lesson. And I think about that. I thought about it a lot at the time. I think about it here and there now, and I'm reminded of it again this morning. And that there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with needing help, because sometimes we just need help. Sometimes we just want to have help, and that's okay too. Receiving has just been, for me personally, just a lesson that I've really worked on a lot, especially over the past 10 years of being so numb and shut down and stubborn. I'm still stubborn. And so much so that I was willing to be on my hands and knees, crawling, struggling when, 5 people are there here putting their hand out. And my ego at the time just wouldn't allow it. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to be perceived as weak. But the truth is, it's not weak. The truth is, they get as much joy in helping, or I get as much joy in helping. People get joy in helping. So when we're receiving and when we're allowing people to help us, we're allowing them to feel joy too. It's not just about us. So I wanted to really share that this morning. I see a couple of people hopped on. Jessica, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Oh, my Chatham connections up and on it this morning. Hi, ladies. And then the other piece of that story, and this one's very interesting, is afterwards we were standing in a circle and we were all sharing. And I would start to share something, and my oldest daughter, who was there at the time, wanted to share. So she would share. And so I would stop and she would jump in, and then we would continue, and I would start talking, and then she would jump in. She was probably, I think, 8 or 9. She probably was about 9 at the time. And all of a sudden, the horse came in. Just the horses were just all around us as we're having this conversation, and this horse came right in between my daughter and I, and it startled me. It was really weird. And I was talking. We were doing the the lessons learned sort of thing with the therapist after, and the therapist said, "Did you notice how the horse came in here?" I'm gonna cry on this one, so bear with me. And I'm like, "Yeah, it was really weird." And she said, oh God, why do I do this to myself? And she said, the horse came in because it's so important for you that your daughter's voice is heard, that you're not allowing your voice to be heard too. And at that time, I had been suppressing my voice for so long that everybody's voice was more important than my own. And I needed a horse to come in and be like, I'm just going to say it, like, listen up, bitch. The horse didn't say that to me. Hey, your voice matters. Your voice is important. Yes, your daughter's voice is important, and she gets to use her voice, but so do you. You both get to use your voice. And that physical interruption was really a powerful change for me, and a reminder for me at the time, because I hadn't used my voice in so long, that my voice matters and I get to use it. And truly, I've spent the last 10 years practicing using my voice again. I'm sweating. This is making me sweat. This live and the crying. All of the things, I'm being super vulnerable. But I felt so drawn to share it, and going for the horse ride this morning with my youngest, it just really reminded me of that story and what a powerful catalyst it's been for my own transformation, for myself and for my daughters as well, and how blessed I've been to be on this journey of self-discovery, for this long. And even though I learned 10 years ago that my voice was important, it's a practice for me still. Even though I learned 10 years ago, I get to receive. The getting is in the giving. It's a two-way street. Yeah, Jennifer, exactly. And even though we learn these things and know these lessons, it's really practicing them, and it's a reminder that it's always a reminder. The things I share with you, and I know I say this a lot, this isn't new. I'm not telling you groundbreaking information that you don't already know, but I get to use my voice to remind you, because I need to be reminded. I need to be reminded my voice matters, and I get to remind you that your voice matters. You get to use it, because you never know, one thing you're going to say is going to make the difference in someone's breakthrough for their life. Yeah. So that's it. Jennifer, what a great lesson for your girls, and also to see how important everyone's voice is important. Jennifer, thank you. Yeah, it was a beautiful lesson. And it was just a fun way to learn it, I guess, too, like a big old horse, you know? So, share your voice. What you have to say, it matters. And I don't care if you get on a Facebook Live and nobody tunes in, one person will hear it and it's going to make a difference. That's it. That's what I have today. I'm having an amazing day, and I hope you have an amazing day as well. One more thing. Thursday, I am hosting a one-day talk show with Michelle Bordeaux and Donna Cornelius, and it's called Roadmap to Results. It's amazing. We're getting it's all finalizing the content today. It's noon till 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to drop the link in here, so make sure you click on the link and register. It's going to be incredible. We're giving away all of our good stuff, and I would love to see you there. It's going to be a blast. So I'll drop the link as soon as I finish this live, and I would love to see you. And in the meantime, if you ever have any questions or want any support on anything you're going through, please don't hesitate to reach out. I got you. All right. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow.